Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from mpiinvest.com. So, talking about the markets, yesterday, of course, we did not have the podcast because it was Tuesday, and Tuesday we don't have a podcast. But if you talk about the markets have gently been kind of sideways. In fact, market has not moved anywhere. This is in line with our expectation. So that is something really good because markets need a consolidation after such big movement. But of course, with the markets being getting so participated because of so many members on the market, we are able to see the huge volatility there. So today is of course a bank nifty expiry and tomorrow is the weekly expiry. So with all this, markets are bound to continue to see the volatility. In fact, not only now, in fact, at this point of time, I really feel that we have to live with this volatility. This is going to continue lifelong, and this is only going to increase as markets start scaling higher. So that is something very important. If you look at the US markets, US market day before yesterday had a kind of flat day, and yesterday it had a slightly positive day. So globally also markets are trying to kind of consolidate is one thing that we can see. And like we discussed on Sunday podcast, most of the important results are over. So in India as well as the US. So that way markets are kind of, doesn't have a direction to move on at this point of time. So the only thing, like we said, is at this point of time, the markets are expected to trade more flat, and as usual, continue to do your SIPs, and that should help you make some good return. Coming to trading part of it, I would say the way markets are consolidating. It looks like 19,200 region is a very good support on the downside. 200 to 250, and on the top side again 19,500 will continue to be the important resistance to be broken. So based on that, markets can kind of trade between this level. Let's see how they go. But apart from that, if you look at the markets overall, one thing that we can always say is that FII selling is still continuing, which is not a great thing. It is not going to disappoint the market at this point of time. But until FIIs turn buyers, we are not going to see Indian Nifty kind of scaling new highs. We definitely need the FII support there, and FII support can come in only once the US dollar kind of stabilizes, because people don't want to move out fund out of US until that stabilizes, because always, even though US is in big trouble, US is still considered as a safe haven for people. So US dollar and gold are two things which generally the foreign institutions consider as a more safe bet than coming into growing countries like India. So that's how things are at this point of time. So let us see how the markets go, and we really don't have much to talk apart from the markets having any other news. In fact, Israel issue has kind of forgotten by the markets for now, so nobody is looking at that. Similarly as it is for the Russia war. So things have kind of settled down on that front, I think. Now what is important is looking at data. Now if you look at this week, there is no important data, no important results. So only thing that we have to discuss about is probably the next week. But of course, we have the Muhurat trading happening on Sunday, and there is a general positivity in the market during this period. So that is what can be expected at this point of time. So with the US markets kind of closing slightly higher yesterday, we are expected also to open with a flat to slightly positive opening. And of course, end of day, what remains to be seen is how the markets closed today, being the bank nifty expiry. So bank nifty did try to kind of break out, but that has not sustained. So it is very important that it has to sustain or consolidate at this point of time. But from there, a clear direction is something that is still awaited from bank nifty. So will that give a direction today on the expiry day is the question that we need to look at. So that's it for now. Let us see how the market behaves, and based on that, we'll be taking some trades. And as far as investors are concerned, there are beautiful portfolios that can be invested into. Just contact us, we'll help you invest right. So that's it for now. This is Srikanth Rajan signing off until we catch up tomorrow morning with more details on the market. Goodbye. But before you leave, do remember to press the like button if you love the content that we share, and do subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. Of course, that will help you stay updated with not just this, but we are also coming up with a lot of investment related videos for your personal finance as well. So goodbye. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.